Mark Modifica here, exercise physiologist, and today I'm going to give you some exercises pertaining to your balance. Now we know that balance functions decline through the aging process, which leads to the likelihood of falls, which obviously is something we want to try to avoid. There are certain conditions through the years that kind of lead up to aid in the loss of balance, and some of those can be osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, frailty, weakness in the lower extremities. Certain medications can cause loss of balance, and also poor nutrition and diet. If we dig a little bit deeper, we know that there are 3 sensory causes of loss of balance. The first one being your vestibular system. Now that's your inner ear, and that helps to assist us with any kind of balance issues. You have tiny cells within the inner ear canal which detect motion, and through the years these cells become damaged and we lose our hearing. Thus we become unsteady on our feet and disoriented. Your eyesight or any kind of eye impairments are the second cause of loss of balance. Now if you have macular degeneration, glaucoma, cataracts, if your lenses on your glasses and contacts need to be strengthened, all of these areas can affect our balance. Let's face it, our eyes aren't what they used to be. We don't see as well as we did in our younger years. And when we start to see blurry, we become unsteady in our feet, thus our balance gets affected. The third cause of balance issues has to do with your proprioception. And your proprioception essentially is how your body adjusts and adapts to its surroundings. So we've got some exercises here today that we're going to go over. I think they're going to be very beneficial for you, and they're going to help to strengthen up your legs and work on your balance. So let's get started. All we're going to need for these exercises is a basic chair, no fancy equipment, and these exercises can be done in the comfort and convenience of your own home. We're going to start off 3 to 4 days a week working on our balance moves. However, balance can be done every single day. There's no stipulations to how much you work at it, but we're going to start with a realistic goal of 3 to 4 days a week. We'll do 10 to 15 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets of the exercises. We're also going to move through a progression type of pattern here, utilizing our chair. What I mean by that is we're going to hold on to our chair as we start our exercises. As it gets easier, we're going to progress to one hand, then a few fingers, and then without holding on. That's our end goal. Now, you may spend 1 to 2, even 3 weeks on the first level of holding on with both hands as you go through your exercises. That's totally okay. You have to be at that comfort level. Your body will let you know when it's okay to move to the next level. So just be patient. So let's work on that first exercise here, and that's going to be hip flexion. We're going to set ourselves up right behind the chair, tall through the spine, shoulders back. We're going to grab that chair, and what we're going to do is a little march in place. Breathing in through the nose, out through your mouth. Try to get this knee up to a right angle or 90 degrees. If you can't get there, it's totally fine. We just modify that. Our progression goes from both hands, again to one hand, a couple fingers, and then the end goal is without holding on. That's the hip flexion. Okay, next exercise is going to be our side leg lifts or our hip abduction. Same setup except feet are closer together this time. Tall through the spine once again and shoulders are back. We're going to push this leg out or raise it to our side as we keep ourselves as vertical as we can. What we want to try to do, because this isn't a big movement, is avoid swinging that leg all the way out so it takes our upper body in the other direction. Slowly control the movement as you come back down to place. Exhale out as you do the work, and again the progression is 2 hands to 1 hand to a few fingers, and then without holding on. Side leg lifts, hip abduction. Your third exercise is going to be toe raises or calf raises. So we'll set ourselves up, our feet are shoulder width apart, our toes are lined up here straight ahead, and we're going to come up on those toes and the balls of our feet, take all that weight over the ankles. Control the move, pause for a moment at the top, and then lower back down. Really want to focus on center here. Same progression, 2 hands on the seat to 1, to a few fingers, and then off. Toe raises. Our fourth exercise is going to be our tandem gait walk. Now when you do this, ideally you'd like to do this next to a wall so you can reach out and hold on to that if you were to lose your balance, or in a kitchen over the counter. You can rest your hand on the counter as you walk your straight line, or hover over it with your hand without touching as you get to that point. But we're going to pretend we're walking on a balance beam, okay, or a tightrope. And what we're going to do is line the heels and the toes up together and just take those steps in front of us. Now, if that's too difficult as you start off, what we can do from the side view here is take the step, the stride. We're going to increase it though. Okay, so there's going to be space between the heels and the toes. So our feet are not directly lined up heel to toe. But you'll get to that point eventually. Our our fifth exercise and final is going to be our sit to stand. This is similar to our squat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take those feet, again, shoulder width apart, take your hands across your chest, rest them on your shoulders. Now, if you do have a chair with arms, you can utilize those and start with that, but the end goal, again, is without holding on. It's going to help build up the strength in our legs and also work on that balance. So we exhale out as we come up. Keep your head up, eyes focused straight ahead. Drive up through your heels. Lead up with the chest. Keep that back as straight as you can. And that's the sit to stand. So there you have it. Those are your 5 exercises that'll help you with balance. Just make sure and remember that you need to be consistent and faithful with your exercises. And by doing that, it's going to allow you to live independently for a longer period of time and improve the quality of your life.